And I will say, like, I want to give kudos to Eman because my story was not the most straightforward story.
Mm,
And he chose me, he married me with all the baggage I had. And he has poured life into me. He has poured affirmations. He has poured reassurance. And don't get me wrong, yes, we have gone through things and we have walked a path sometimes that some people can't come back from. But
mm.
he has never stopped lifting me up at times when I couldn't even lift myself up. And I think we as women sometimes we just think, oh, a man has to provide. But
Mm,
it's more than just putting paying bills and stuff. It's how do they make you feel as a person?
yeah.
How do they carry you at the times when you can't even carry yourself? There were times when I went through like a really bad depression. Did he change? No. Don't get me wrong, it wasn't nice, but he was still trying to encourage me. Just one thing, Mims. Just do one thing. Just do one thing. And even till now, even say I want to say something, he'll be like, Miriam, are you sure you can physically do it? Because he knows how things get with me. And if I say, yeah, I'm 100%, he's like, okay, we're 100%, let's do it. And I think sometimes we don't give our men out their flowers.
Hey everyone, welcome back to the 3L podcast with myself, Eman, and my beautiful, sweet, delectable, delicious,
You make me sound
succulent,
like a plate of food.
you are the one and only Mimi.
Thank you. Hi, babe. How are you?
I'm good. How are you? You
I'm
good?
good. I'm good. I'm good. This is the 3L podcast talking life, love, and legacy. Why didn't I say that properly?
Don't worry. It's my eyes. You know, when you look me in the eyes, it's hard for you to remember anything.
So this week we're talking all things submission.
Try.
Submission. This is a hot topic.
Very hot, very spicy. Some people are finding it. Some people think it's a very controversial topic.
Controversial, but I think there's a right way to go about this submission thing, and that's what we're going to talk about today.
Ah, where do we start?
Do you remember when we went to Barbados and we did that rule about submission? And I said that a woman wouldn't have to submit if the guy's doing what he's supposed to do. And we
Mm.
had a discussion about that. That was funny.
Yeah, that was good. That was good.
That was
Where
interesting.
did you say Trinidad? You mean?
What did I say?
You said Barbados. That's a dream.
Mate, do you know what? Maybe I'm silently wishing for the
Big,
day I could go to Barbados, but
big up Trinidad. Big up all my Trinis. Like, yeah, Trinidad was hard still.
no, it was
It was a
lovely.
lovely trip. But yeah. No, I remember that. I remember that. That was that. It's always good to have these discussions and
Yeah,
continue because again, it's gonna mean different things
to
as you go
different
along.
people, 100%.
So for you, Mimi, when we say submission, when you were young,
Mm-hmm.
before you got married, and I'm sure you were in church one day, and pastor said, "Wives, you need to submit," especially in African church. It's very normal for that. How did you feel before you were dating? Before you, as just an independent black woman fighting for your rights? What were you thinking in that service?
I was thinking this pastor is talking a nonsense.
Hmm.
Because I was just like, what do you mean submit? Is this back in the 1800s when the man was the leader of everything and the woman just had to sit at home and put up and be quiet, basically? And I was like, yeah, that's just not going to happen. That's just not going to happen. I feel like the way they presented submission to us was wrong.
Mm. Oh
I
gosh.
feel like they made it seem like we could not talk back, we couldn't put our point across, we couldn't share
Is
our
it the way
thoughts.
that they said it, or is it the way that you took it? Now, two things
No,
can
it's
be
the way
different.
they said
Did
it.
they say you can't talk back? You can't.
Hey,
Did it? No.
look, the way okay, if we're coming from the African standpoint and the African viewpoint, the way submission has been taught, described, brought forward
In church,
in
is
church.
that a wife can't speak to the husband? A
No,
wife
it was
can't.
very much
Ah, which church? It's
okay.
impossible.
They didn't inverted commas say
Okay, you
that,
see, you see, I love
but
women. You know, I love women. We started off with they said this.
yes, because
Now we've got to inverted commas.
oh please,
Ah.
church in some respect has said that women are below men. Let's be honest.
Okay, that one I'm with you. Definitely like
So,
for,
and that plays into the submission aspect of things.
but maybe from a leadership point of view,
Maybe.
I agree because again, there are some churches, including the church that we grew up in, that
Mhm.
women are not allowed to be pastors or elders and so forth. They feel
Mhm.
that that's only a man's role.
Mhm.
I disagree with that, but it is what it
It
is.
is what it
That's
is. Yeah.
that's how they've interpreted the scripture, and that's how they're running with it.
Mhm.
As I said again, I disagree with that, but that is how that. So I definitely feel like, yes, growing up, you definitely felt that there was um there were roles for men and
Mhm.
roles for women. I think the more senior, powerful roles tend to be men.
Mhm.
But I think when you look at the dynamic, especially from a church point of view, none of the pastors or elders that I grew up with, none of their wives were walkovers.
Yeah, hundred
None of
percent.
their none they feared their wife. You know, they know that their wife don't take nonsense.
Mhm.
To me, I see, as much as it might be submission, like some of the greatest men I know, like they know that they need to listen to their wife,
Mhm.
and they know that if they get on their wife's bad, they know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
Like, and there needs to be that relationship. It needs to be in regards to you understanding the accountability that, okay, you're going to lead, but that doesn't mean I'm not going to pull you up. In fact,
Mhm.
because you, and this is how it should be, because you are leading, you should expect more criticism.
100%.
Because you are leading, you should expect a harsher treatment, because the buck stops with you. So therefore, there's more scrutiny on you. There's more,
Yeah.
and again, we should be holding you up to a different standard,
Yeah.
because you are now putting yourself forward as leader. If you're not ready to be at a different be held up to a higher accountability and a different standard, then don't lead. Sit down, my friend.
And let's be honest, a lot of these wives, they're fantastic, by the way, because their husbands were leaders
Mm-hmm.
and they respected their wives and did what they were supposed to do. Even though these ladies are boss babes,
Mm-hmm.
the respect for their husband is top tier.
Mm-hmm. So
It's top tier.
so is submission respect? Is that what it is? What is submission to you?
Submission is so many different things in so many different formats.
So when you start,
For
okay,
me,
so wait.
hmm
You started off. You started off. Submission was offensive
I didn't
as you
say it was
first got
offensive.
it.
I said the way it was presented.
To you was offensive. You were
But for
offended
me,
by a submission then. So then coming into marriage now,
hmm
what does that look like?
for me, I don't necessarily feel like I submit to you.
Ah.
But I will say that because of the role you play,
Mm-hmm.
there's a role I play because of your role, because of your leadership, because of the decisions you've made as a husband. Automatically, I'm just going to be a soft life girl and do what makes you happy.
So that sounds like a word that you like to use. Semantics. It's one of my wife's favorite words. Semantics, because I love to argue. And she say, man, that's semantics. Listen, what you just said was that you are willing to submit
hmm
due to the way that you are treated, the way
hmm
that you feel,
hmm
the way that you are made to, the way I make you feel, the
hmm
options that you are given, the life that you're living,
hmm
you feel that you're able to submit to that.
100%. But I feel like,
But you just said you don't feel like,
no. Because of how you
uh,
make
uh,
me feel.
uh,
Yeah?
what's the difference?
There's some people that are not getting that treatment, but they want the treatment I give you.
Mm,
There it's reciprocal. If you are doing what I want from you as a partner, I will do what I need to do because you're doing what, do you know what I mean? I feel like some men want the submission, but they want to be able to do a madness or say that their wife is not submitting.
wow.
So you how you treat me and how you make me feel means I will willingly submit to you
Mm.
because you're doing what I want. Well, not what I want, but what is expected.
So for those man them that would like to know, okay, what they need to do
hmm
to make their wives feel
hmm
like they can submit to them, please share.
I
We're
think
learning here.
you need to be a safe space for your wife.
Ah,
You need to
ah.
be her best friend. You need to be her confidant. You need to be the person that if the world was burning down, you will be the first person she calls.
Mm,
Like I will call Eman for the smallest things.
God knows.
I will FaceTime. We went to buy shoes for the kids. I was FaceTiming him in the shop to make sure that I got the right shoes. I could have made the decision myself, but his input is valuable because again, it's for our sons and he understands boys and secondary schools more than I would. So he knows that the smallest, and sometimes it'll probably annoy him, but the smallest things, I will call him, I will message him, I'll WhatsApp him because his opinion is valuable to me. And because he has given me room for that, then yeah.
I think that's really important. I think, man, yeah, sometimes, I'll be honest, sometimes it's just like, why are you asking me this question? Like, you know the answer. But
hmm
I get the point is that sometimes she just wants the reassurance. She just wants to know. And again, it's like you can't pick and choose. I can't tell you, oh, you need to discuss these things with me. And then when you discuss them, I'm like, oh, I don't want to know about that.
Yeah.
How are you going to know what I do want? You just tell me everything. You're just open. And I think that allows you to feel like you're in a safe space. It allows
Mhm.
to feel like your voice is heard. I think also, that I feel like as much as we talk about submission, that doesn't stop you from feeling like you can challenge me.
Mhm.
Like if I want to do something and you're like, no, I don't think we should do that. You are very much vocal in saying that.
Yeah, and I feel at the same time, if you're not vocal, it's like the blind leading the blind. I'm not saying the blind leading the blind, but sometimes you both have to be accountable to each other. Because if it goes wrong, both of you are going to be holding the bag, looking at each other saying, why didn't you say this or why didn't you say that? And that's one thing I've learned in our marriage is like to speak up.
Yeah.
Regardless of whether I like how he's gonna react to me or not, at least I know I've said what I wanted to say.
This was
And
this was a big thing for us
yeah,
because
it
when we
was.
got married, I think you went too to the extreme
Yeah,
of
not saying
not
anything.
saying anything. I'm being the submissive wife. I don't want to. So I mean, one of the questions here is, Eman, have you ever felt that Mimi didn't let you lead? And I'm like,
I let you lead too
too
much.
much. Too much.
Too
Like
much.
you were really on like, and again, this is
Mm,
probably part of the reason why I wanted to marry you because because you were born in Nigeria. Like there's just a certain culture and way about you that you've grown up with, and because of that, as much as you been in the UK for the majority of your life,
mhm.
you still hold certain principles and certain values. But I was like, listen, this is not Cuba. This is not a dictatorship. You know what I mean? This is not Russia. We need communication. We need conversation. Like I'm not gonna get it right 100% of the time.
Yeah.
Two heads are better than one. And you know what? Actually, I feel like you are extremely intelligent. Like the honest truth is, you're smarter than me when it comes to 99.9% of things. Do you know what I
No,
mean?
don't listen to him.
No facts. Like we have to. If it comes to reading book or comes to education or it comes to the only thing I'm better than you is maths. That's
Yes.
it. Other than maths and finance,
Yeah, I'm useless at both.
the rest is you. Do you know what I mean? So I feel like it doesn't make sense to me making this like you're good at rationalizing things. I think also, even especially like for example with social media, for
Mm.
example, majority of my audience that interact with me are women,
Mhm.
and you're a black woman.
I know.
So it only makes sense for me to utilize, oh, how do you feel about this?
Mm.
Do you like this piece of content? Are you offended? Because again, I'm a black man and I have to, sometimes I don't think we understand the way I view the world. Being married, I think the biggest thing that being married has taught me is that we can both watch the same thing,
100%.
listen to the same words, hear the same tone, and have a completely different understanding about it.
100%.
And so it's so important for me as a man to have, I'm so privileged to have not only a woman, but a black woman to be able to lean on and say, well, how do you see this from your point of view? Do you
Mm.
know what I mean? From what you've been through in life, from how society's treated you, from all the things that you've experienced. So I think it's great to say, yeah, submit to me as the man and da da da. Like let's relax. Let's relax. And I think you made a good point in regards to there are a lot of men who want the submission, but there's no trust. I can't trust you.
Mm.
You don't pay bills on time. You don't make sure that the house is safe. You don't make sure things are the kids are looked after. You don't check to make sure that they got the right shoes. You don't check to make sure that I've got money in my account. Like, Miriam, I'm always onto you.
Yeah.
Miriam will try and buy something. I'll be like, with what money? Let me send you. Do you understand what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
Well, if I see certain things that she's bought for the house, I'll be like, let me, do you know what I mean?
Mhm.
And so I'll always make sure because I understand that I need you to feel comfortable. I don't want you to ever feel like, rah, I'm down to my last £10. Why? We're here. And people say, oh, you got joint accounts. Da, da, da. Yeah, we got joint finances. But at the same time, I make a lot of my money in business.
Mm.
So a lot of my money is in my business account. Do you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Because trying to take it out, I'm going to pay a lot of tax.
Yeah.
So I make sure that actually things that I can cover, I cover for you. Do you know what I mean? And I don't take out what I don't need to take out
Yeah.
because I don't want to pay any more tax on it than I need to. Do you know what I mean? And so it's really, really important that if you want submission, you got to make your missus feel safe. You got to make her feel secure. You got to make her feel like she can relax. Let me tell you, I always tell the story. Like, I never forget when we were dating. and we were crossing the road. Cars are coming from the right hand side. You're on my right,
Mm.
and I looked and stepped out in the street, and you were looking at me, talking to me,
Mm.
and you stepped out into the road. That day, I realized my responsibility, because when we crossed over the road, I said, "Hello, madam." You didn't look. You said that I don't need to look. I knew you looked, and I know you wouldn't step out, and you wouldn't harm me, and you wouldn't risk. So if you step, then I step.
And it's been the same way 14 years. Even
Wow.
now with the kids. Like, if Eman say don't cross, nobody's crossing.
Ah,
Like, it's just the way it is.
yeah,
Like, and I feel like I said again, like I said, because you do certain things for me, I don't necessarily feel it as submission. I just feel it like I am with my husband, I'm following his lead, and he's doing his job. I don't want to say it like that, but he's doing what he needs to do,
yeah.
and he makes me feel a certain way. So I'm naturally going to do that for him.
And people, I know at home right now, you're thinking, it's money. It's not money.
It's not.
It's not money. I promise you. I promise you, my wife's energies never change. Even when, listen, I'm in business. I need you to understand, not because man's up now, I've always been up. Like, it takes time to get here. Do you understand?
Hmm.
It takes time to build. A lot of mistakes. I tell people I learn best from failure. Hey,
We've been through so
Mimi, don't I learn
much,
best from failure?
mate.
Unfortunately for Mimi, because some of the failure Mimi had already predicted. This one,
I've said the radio don't do this. Like, oh,
and I promise you now, this is why when I tell people I don't make decisions about my wife, I promise you at least 2 or 3 times I've gone to do something,
mm,
and Mimi's ever said, "Don't do it with this person. I don't have a good feeling about them. I
mm.
don't think it's gonna work out." I say, Mimi, you're pessimistic about everything. Don't. Hoi! The fire, the
The
fire on
fire
the
on the
mountain.
mountain.
Hi, the fire on the mountain.
Oh gosh, only God
Ah,
Himself had to intervene in
even
certain
even some of
situations,
the things
boy.
like, do you know what I mean? He's like, "Oh, I don't think you should put your money in that. Like, I'm not. Like, don't take that risk because me, I'm ready.
Mm.
I'm ready to take risk. I'm ready. Don't do that risk. The fire on them. Bruv. Like, there's been so much times you just fail and okay, he's back to the 9 to 5. Go get a job. Like, literally, you don't even need to say nothing. All right, what are you doing? Yeah, I'm on recruitment sites putting out my CV because it flopped. Like, do you know, it just flopped.
Mm.
And then you build back up and then you go again. And then now we finally made it work. But I think it's so important. But also I feel like, I always tell this story about the fact that there was a time when I just didn't have dough. There was just no dough, and you're making cakes, and you just stepped in. And people are gonna say, okay, look, it was only a couple of months or whatever, and you've paid ever since, bro. It meant the world to me. You don't know what that. You don't know what it means. Like women, like you don't know what it means to a man that has been providing and doing everything for his wife and his family, and then gets down on hard times, and his wife steps up for that 1 or 2 or 3 months. You don't know what that means because as a man, like I'll be like this 2025,
Mm.
like brand deals got quiet, everything, bro. I said to myself, you think I'm gonna let Mimi do that again? I asked my wife. My wife was on to me, "Eman, you're working too hard." If there was an eighth day, I'll be working it. I've been hustling, but we're here now on the other
We're
side.
here. We're here.
But it's like one of those things where I think sometimes, like as a man, just to know that, listen, if you are flat on your back, like literally nothing is working, you've got a woman that will step up. You've got a woman that will support you, a woman that will still love you, a woman that will still appreciate you, a woman that will still speak positive words into you. Because guess what? A lot of women, and I don't care what no one's. I hear it from the man them a lot. I hear it from the man them a lot.
Mm.
That rah, they'll be paying, 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 paying. Man can't pay 1 or 2 months. All of a sudden, the woman, are you a man? What type of man are you? What type of man can't do this? Look at your friends. Look at your this. This God, God punish you.
Hey!
Fire! How dare you?
Oh
How
gosh.
dare you talk to a man them like that? That's been providing, that's been on it because anyone can go through anything at any time,
It's true.
at any given time. In a society that's not designed for us to win. At any given time, you can be down. And you need a woman you need a partner that's gonna be there for you. Like, for me, all this submission thing don't mean nothing to me. All I know is my job is to go all out for my wife and my family. That is my job. When I wake up in the morning, how am I making sure my wife and my family are comfortable? That is what I think about. I don't think about whether she's Mims can do whatever. Mims is a woman at the end of the day. Like, I remember I was watching one thing on IG, and I
Mm.
saw that you reposted it, and the brother was talking about how women are literally just walking around doing their daily lives and just gushing, like literally gushing of blood as they're just acting like everything is normal. Like literally for a week, they're just there,
Yeah, just.
just oh yeah, I'm just going to the supermarket whilst bleeding.
Mhm.
And just act like it's very normal. Do you know what I mean? So at any given time, if my wife wakes up and she's in a strop in a tomorrow you'll be fine. It's okay. Like as man, them, it's not everything you have to take personal. Like so, yeah. Sometimes my wife can be irrational. Sometimes she can be emotional. Sometimes she can. Is that because she has a bad day and I say, "Oh, you're not submitting to me"? Forget it. Forget it. My job is, are you okay? How do I make you come out of that? Now I need to have understanding.
Mm.
I need to understand that you're going through stuff. Like, what can I do to make her life easier? Is it, yo? Sometimes you know me after listening to the kids. Listen, I know you don't like to act up, but you see today, the way your mum is, everybody just be easy. You need to ask a question, ask me. You need anything, ask me. Sometimes I'll be like, if I'm not available, ask Mally. Mally has the power to say yes or no. Do you understand? Because we're not gonna be disturbing her today. Today, mommy needs peace. And again, because what does mommy do for most of us? Mommy provides peace for the most of us, for all of us. Mommy is there doing this all for us for no extra reward. Do you know what I mean? Just because she feels it's her duty. So as much as it is, submission, whatever, I feel like for me, my like, it says it was like wife, submit to the husband,
Mm.
but husband, love your wife like Jesus loved the church. And
Church.
Jesus died for the church. Literally died in the most embarrassing way possible at the time. That was a
Mm.
disgrace to die on the cross. Like, you know what I mean? That was the worst kind of death. Do you know what I mean? That's how hard you're supposed to go for your family. Like, and a lot of man them you can't say that they're on that.
And I will say, like, I want to give kudos to Eman because my story was not the most straightforward story.
Mm,
And he chose me, he married me with all the baggage I had. And he has poured life into me. He has poured affirmations. He has poured reassurance. And don't get me wrong, yes, we have gone through things and we have walked a path sometimes that some people can't come back from. But
mm,
he has never stopped lifting me up at times when I couldn't even lift myself up. And I think we as women sometimes we just think, oh, a man has to provide, but
mm.
it's more than just putting paying bills and stuff. It's how do they make you feel as a person?
Yeah.
How do they carry you at the times when you can't even carry yourself? There were times when I went through like a really bad depression. Did he change? No. Don't get me wrong, it wasn't nice, but he was still trying to encourage me. Just one thing, Mims. Just do one thing. Just do one thing. And even till now, even say I want to say something, he'll be like, Miriam, are you sure you can physically do it? Because he knows how things get with me. And if I say, yeah, I'm 100%, he's like, okay, we're 100%, let's do it. And I think sometimes we don't give our men out their flowers.
Mm.
We don't tell them, and I'm guilty of this, I'll put my hands up. I don't tell him enough. I tell him, but I don't tell him enough how much I appreciate what he's done for me and how much him loving me has made it easier for me to love him. Because sometimes I feel like I don't know understand this love thing properly. But that's a different story for another day. But yeah, I just want to give you your flowers, babe. I appreciate you.
Mm.
Thank you for the life you have afforded me because I know I'm in a privileged position and it makes submission, quote unquote, easy.
No, I appreciate it. No, I'm glad. I appreciate it. Thank you for saying that. By the way, can we tell them I know we got the dilemma. I was thinking about
Hmm.
dilemma. Can we tell them the argument we had the other day?
What argument?
So my wife was complaining, and I want to know you lot. Definitely let me know in the comments what your thoughts are. Because you were complaining
Hmm.
that you don't feel like you contribute because I pay most of the bills
Yeah.
and so forth. And I was like, every day on the internet, all I see women is wishing that they don't have to pay all the bills
Yeah.
and that they had a man that did this for them and they're tired of being independent. And yet you're asking for the opposite.
No, it's not. I don't know. Like I'm one of those people that I always want to feel like I'm doing my fair share. And yes, Emmanuel pays majority of the bills, but when I don't, I know I'm weird. I get it.
Yeah, you're not
Fine,
weird.
I
I'm glad.
accept it.
I'm glad that's on camera. I'm glad that's
I'm
on
weird,
camera.
but I feel like I should contribute to my house because
Why are
we.
you not contributing?
I think the way he broke down my contribution, I guess there is no monetary value, quote unquote, but there is value in our family dynamics. So,
Maybe there's a monetary value. If I had to pay somebody to cook, to clean, to wash the clothes, to pick the kids up from
mm,
school every day, to help them with their homework, to make sure that that they do the girls' hair,
mm,
it's when you think about all these things that we do, monitor the kids, what they're watching, what they're taking in regards to television, in regards to what's on their phone, making sure taking them to their friends' parties and back and forth, liaising with the other parents, to do if we was to pay somebody to do all that, what do you think the cost would be?
I hear you. I guess I don't. I feel like because that's just my role as a mum, I don't equate that to a financial cost. But I
That's
guess.
that's because you equate, and most people do. You equate value to money,
Mm,
and value is not money.
I hear
Do you understand?
you. Yeah.
So you create the amount of money that I make is the value that I'm bringing,
Mm,
and that's the problem with most marriages.
mm,
Most marriages is everyone. Oh, I bring in X, so no, but the value that you bring is immense. To me, the value you bring is worth more than the money that I bring. Do you understand what I'm trying to say?
I hear you.
Like the value that you bring is is so much more. And so I feel like these are the things, and this is why I'm so happy we have these conversations. Because I think married people don't have these
Yeah.
conversations. They're so caught up on 50-50.
Mm,
If I was to weigh, like I said, if we added up everything I just listed, the cost of paying someone individually to do all of those things, that's much more than what I pay on bills.
yeah.
Do you know what I
I
mean?
guess so. Yeah. If you had
Much
to
more than
get.
what I pay on bills. You're literally like irreplaceable. Literally irreplaceable. I'm replaceable. You can get another brother to pay bills. There are loads of brothers willing to pay bills. Like we can find them. Man
Oh
are
my
paying for feet
gosh.
pictures. Man can pay bills. Like, do you understand what I'm saying? Their brothers they're lost.
Oh
They got
my
more money
gosh.
than sense. Do you
Okay.
know what I mean?
I hear you. All right, let's
Ah,
take pictures, you know. Let's
let's go to the dilemma. So this week's dilemma, my husband says he wants to lead our home
Mhm,
spiritually and financially.
mhm,
But I earn more, I
mhm.
pray more,
Oh
and I
gosh.
handle everything. Am I wrong for not respecting that? Hmm. Me, I don't put my nose in women's business.
Oh gosh.
Women speak to women. Aye.
Ah, sis,
Hmm.
I hate you. I hate you. Oh my gosh. I don't know.
Say it. Say what you want to say.
I think we need to find a way to have the conversation without the disrespect. Because anything that comes out of your mouth with the way you're feeling is just going to end in argument.
Mm-hmm.
So we need to find a way to hoodwink him, basically,
Hmm.
that
Hmm.
his idea doesn't necessarily hold muster, especially the spiritual aspects. Because Emmanuel will tell you, I pray more than him.
Hmm.
He always say, Mary, and pray because God always listens to you. So maybe we have to find a way. Say, okay, babe, you want to lead? Okay, let's set an alarm. You have to plant the idea. Let's set the alarm so we can get up and pray together and all of that stuff. And maybe we can start on that respect, and then everything else will come accordingly.
Yeah. By the way, Miriam prays more than me because she lives in fear. Me,
Emmanuel!
I live in confidence.
Oh my gosh!
Me, I pray once, I'm good. I pray in the morning, I pray
Hey!
in the night. You understand? If during the day I need to speak to God, I speak to him, but I don't need to. Miriam, she needs to pray for everything.
I pray for
Fa-
everything. I have to pray for everything. I talk to God all the time.
Father God, as I open this letter, may you, Father God,
Nah,
as I send this email, Father God, as I begin this
100%.
drive,
I
Father
pray.
God, as I speak to this teacher,
Yes.
ah,
Hey,
how can I compete?
I pray for
How can I compete with that?
I pray every You cannot catch me not having a prayer in my head.
She's praying now. I'm
I,
telling we're talking, she's praying.
hey, even this podcast, before I open my mouth, I pray
Yeah.
that God guides my words because. Anyway, I
Anyway,
pray.
I think talk is cheap. I
Mm,
think sometimes you have to have the reality. That's one of the big things. I don't think enough times in life, one of the things Mims will tell you, I don't care about words, I care about action.
mm-hmm.
So if you're gonna tell me something, if I'm gonna tell you I'm a leader, listen, let the way I move, let the way I behave, let my actions show you I'm a leader rather than me
100%.
tell you I'm a leader. I don't
100%.
need to, I don't need to, I don't need to tell my kids. My kids will always say, I'll say to my kids, you know your mom's the boss. No, daddy, you're the boss. I'm like, what do you mean? What do you mean your mom is the what? They're like, no, the way you behave, the way you move, people know who you are. So my man saying, oh yeah, I wanna lead financially and then go and make money, oh.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to lead financially, go and do your
If
job.
you want to lead spiritually, let's pray.
You want to lead spiritually, even if it's not just pray. Make sure we're going to church on time. Make sure do something. Take a position in church. Do you know what I mean? Take up a position. Do stuff. Do you understand this? It's too much talking. Everyone wants to talk about this, and that's the problem. That's why the internet exists. That's why it
Man,
works so well because anybody from anywhere can say anything, and people take it like they're the expert or like what they say is the truth because they
100%.
because they said it out loud. And so it's so important that we hold people. Like Mimi said, she can't tell me, babe, I want to do this. I said, are you ready?
Mm-hmm.
Are you gonna do it? If you're not gonna do it, don't start.
100%.
If you're not gonna be on it, I don't want to hear. I'm not. And again, some husbands will be like, okay, babe, go ahead. Not me. Not me. If you're gonna do something, I'm gonna hold you accountable to the words that you said. And if you don't live up to it, oh, I can't wait.
100%. Hey,
Me, I can't wait. You just say you're gonna do something and then not deliver. Wait, I'll see you at the finish line. I will see you there. And I will remind you, do you remember at 7:45 on the 8th of, do you know what I mean? I will tell you that, you said XYZ. Look where we are today. And guess what? Miriam hates it. And I love it. It's one of the sweetest.
well, guess what? I haven't been proven wrong in a long time.
In a while,
So,
she's been on point. But that's because she knows I'm coming for her. So yeah, I think it's important for the action.
mm-hmm.
Okay. All right, we're ending. We're ending, Mims. We're
Mm-hmm.
on the way out. So now, talk to me. What's your final tips for someone? They're at home now. A woman.
Mm-hmm.
Let women speak to women. Not they say Eman come to tell women what to say and what to do. I don't want anybody's trouble. Woman at home now.
Mm-hmm.
For the woman that's about to be into a serious relationship, about to be married, what would you say to her? To the woman that's already married and maybe she's listened to this, she's realized that she's not been doing. How should they be moving? Can you change once you started?
Like I said before, if your man is doing what he needs to do, submission is easy.
Okay, but he's not doing what he
But if
needs to
he's
do.
not doing what he needs to do, that one's a hard one. I can't answer that question because then you need to speak to the man them for that one. But if you're looking to get married, like I said, does he make you feel safe? Is he
Mm,
your best friend? Does he do what you want him to do? Because like I said, submission is easy when your husband is doing is and please, everyone has their benchmark of what they want.
mm.
Everyone's benchmark is different. So if your benchmark has been met, then submit. Because what your friend's benchmark and your benchmark is are two different things. So if he's doing what you need to do, my girl, do your side. That's it.
And comparison is the thief of joy.
Hey.
The way that I see people, but Johnny does this for Abigail, and now you don't do this for me.
Please, everyone's relationship
But you
is
don't know what
different.
happens. You don't
You
know
don't
why
know what's
Johnny does that.
mm.
You don't know if Abigail's even happy. Johnny is buying all these things because Johnny is a bad boy. You understand? Johnny's out here sleeping around,
Oh
and then you're
gosh.
saying, "Oh, Johnny's buying her Birkin, buying her." He's buying that to say sorry. He's buying that to say sorry. You don't want that
You don't
trouble.
want that trouble.
So don't sometimes let's not wish for the for the good of others when
Mhm.
we don't know the bad. We don't know what's going on.
What's
We
going
only know
on?
the highlight reel that is social
I
media.
saw a lady who her friends gave her bad advice, so she ended up divorcing a really good guy.
Mhm.
And now that her friends are married, they're not taking the same advice that she was given, and she was upset. So she says she's gonna cut them off. And I'm like, girl, you had a mind of your own. But at the same time, don't look at other people's relationships. Look at your own relationship and see what works for you.
Listen, the day I knew that this was facts, I'm not saying I don't want to say anything about Beyonce, but after all the independent leave them, leave them, leave them, when we found out my man cheated and she stayed, I said nobody should tell anybody anything because it's easy to say things
Mate,
when you're not in the situation.
100%.
But when you're in the situation and you're in love and you got a kid or you got family or you got ties and so forth to this person, it's harder to walk
It's
away.
hard.
So sometimes when you're single and independent or whatever, it's easy to say, and women, know your own. Don't allow yourself to be influenced, especially by other single women. You be married, taking advice from people that are single. How often do we see it? How often do we see it?
Nah, it's true. It's true. That's why, as married people, we surround ourselves by married people. I met an amazing woman last week, and I took her number, and I was saying to her like, I don't normally connect with people straight away, but if I connect with you, I'm going to be friends with you. And I explained to her like, Emmanuel will be so surprised that I took your number because it's really hard for me to connect. But she's married. She's
Mm,
got years in the game. So when I say certain things, there's an understanding from
mm,
there, because and then we will laugh about it because we know.
yeah.
So I have to put myself around women with with multiple children, not just one, because when you get to 3 and 4, you're almost in the same, madness that is happening. So surround yourself by people who can give you advice on what you're going through,
Mm.
because one person's meat is someone else's poison, basically.
Big up Natalie. I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah. Big up Mass as well. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It was wonderful. Sometimes it's lovely. Like
Yeah.
we literally sat down, we
And it
had
was
an
my
event
first time
together.
meeting
Yeah.
her.
Sat down together as a married couple. Just
Mm,
obviously I know Mass, whatever.
mm,
Mass has even been on the bread and butter pod and that. But just knowing, just having time as a couple, as
mm.
couples and being able to share these conversations, you realise that as much as we are individuals and we're separate, like there are certain in
There are
healthy
things, yeah,
relationships, there are certain things that happen all across the board. You know what I mean?
100%.
And you could just vibe. And so it was fun. It was a fantastic time. And big up all the married people and all the people that are committed to their partners and doing the right thing. God bless you all.
Amen.
And that brings us to the end
Mm-hmm.
of another episode.
Mm-hmm.
You're getting better, I'm not gonna lie. You're getting better. You're getting big up Mimi. Mimi's hard. Mimi's hard. Well done, well done, well done. All right, people, please like, share, subscribe. Please, it's free. Not asking you for money. Subscribe and share with your friends. And we'll see you on the next one.
Definitely. Thank you.